The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. Of all the wonders that I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear. Seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. All that glisters is not gold. Often have you heard that told. Many a man his life hath sold, but my outside to behold. Gilded tombs do worms enfold. Life is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. If music be the food of love, play on, give me excess of it. That surfeiting, the appetite may sicken, and so die. When he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine, that all the world will be in love with night, and pay no worship to the garish sun. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. Words are easy, like the wind. Faithful friends are hard to find. These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die, like fire and powder, which, as they kiss, consume. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart concealing it will break. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me, that I must love a loathed enemy. I like this place and could willingly waste my time in it. Don't waste your love on somebody who doesn't value it. Do not swear by the moon, for she changes constantly. Then your love would also change. How far that little candle throws his beams. So shines a good deed in a weary world. Men at some time are masters of their fates. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings. Love is not a love, which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark, that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken. When sorrows come, they come not single spies, but in battalions. When we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools. To be, or not to be, that is the question, whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep, no more, and by his sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment with this regard their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now. The fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered,